Hey friend, Roger Christofferson here again with another first listen review. This has been one heck of a weekend. 11/11/22. We had a whole bunch of releases come out this week. I picked the best of what I could and could get through this weekend, and my final listen for today is Ring of Fire, their new album called Gravity. Now, in case nobody is familiar with Ring of Fire, I'm sure you must be familiar with Mark Boals. He has sung with tons of different people, and this is like his project at this point. It started out, his first solo album was called Ring of Fire, and then from that point on, and it became a band. Actually had Virgil Donati on drums at one point, and Tony McAlpine was the original guitar player in this. Now his keyboardist, Vitalij Kaprugi, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, has been with him for this whole time. He's still in the band, playing keys, although the other members of the band at this point, they're just a lot of people I don't know. It's Frontiers is the album that's doing this one. They're kind of known for doing like projects and stuff and putting together things. They're also kind of known for the bands from 80s and 90s kind of signing on with their melodic rock, although in the more recent years they've kind of expanded their horizons a little bit, and newer bands, but they've got Stryper, and George Lynch has been on that with a few other people, and that style of music. Giant just came out with a new album here this past year, and bands of that nature, although like I said, they've expanded a little bit. Now this style of music is more like a progressive, rock, metal, I guess is a better way to put it. And Mark Boals is just one heck of a singer. He's involved in so much stuff. At this point in time, I think he's still doing Shining Black. They just came out with a new album this year as well. This killer album. He's involved with solo stuff. He's done solo, the solo project I guess has turned into Ring of Fire. But there's a band Dramatica that had an album a few years ago. I think he's still active with them. I saw him, it must have been about 7 or 8 years ago, playing bass in Dokken. He wasn't even singing in that one, he was playing bass, and he does play bass on a few previous Ring of Fire albums. The band Holy Force, Royal Hunt, he sang on a couple of their albums. I actually just did a review on their album here not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, and probably most notably known for being with Yngwie Malmsteen from late 80s to right up through the 2000s. He was with them for many years, so on and off. I think there's a couple there he didn't do, but in that time frame. But he's one busy boy, that's for sure. Now this album, it's good. I mean, there's no doubt about it. The playing on this is like phenomenal. If you're into like bands like Symphony X or Rhapsody of Fire, that style. Well, Rhapsody of Fire is probably a lot faster than this. This has its slower moments. The kickoff song on this album is the longest one, just under 8 minutes long, and it's very epic and progressive, just like you would want your progressive metal to be. His singing is like right on point. The second one I hear, Storm of the Ponds, it was like very dramatic. It had a lot of cinematic things going on in it, which I really dug. There's not a whole lot that changes from song to song on this one. That's one thing about this style of music. I don't hear a whole lot of bands that expand it very much. They don't go other places with it. There's the exception always, but unfortunately, Ring of Fire is not like the exception. They don't really expand on the progressive format too much. So most of this is right along that vein. Sky Blue, track number 6, is more a mellow, maybe down, like they're aiming for something a little bit more mainstream, and it's a good song. And then we get Another Night, track number 8, was kind of another slower song. It's kind of strange having two of them that close together. And the rest of them, are just along that upbeat progressive metal style. I do have to say that the keyboardist in this band that's been with them very long is phenomenal. I mean, if you're like Jordan Rudess, from Dream Theater, his style of playing that's really fast, and even Rhapsody of Fire, that type of playing in there. In fact, I think did I can't think of his name now. The guitar player from Rhapsody of Fire actually played on one of these Ring of Fire albums, if my memory serves me correct. I can't think of his name though for some reason. He's really famous, and I can't think of his name. Anyway, he played on one of these. I'm almost positive. It's Timo Tolkki of Stradivarius, not the one I was thinking of from Rhapsody of Fire, whose name I still can't remember, but that'll probably come to me at some point. It's very similar to that too. But yeah, no, Timo Tolkki, he plays bass, not guitar either. That was the other thing. It was can't remember which album it was, but at least I got the name right. Luca Turilli. Okay, that's the Luca Turilli's Rhapsody of Fire. There's actually two Rhapsody of Fire. There's Rhapsody, and then that became Rhapsody of Fire, and then it's Luca Turilli's Rhapsody. It's a long thing, but anyway, check out any of those bands. They're cool too. I'm glad I remembered. Anyway, so if you guys get the chance, it's definitely worth checking out. If you're into progressive metal, it's gonna satisfy everything that you enjoy about that type of music. It's melodic. It shows off their playing skills. I mean, there's nothing to not like about this album. So, I would rate it probably an 8 out of 10, but it only doesn't go higher because there's like really nothing new to the table, but it's amazing still. So, anyway, tell me what you think of it. Give it a listen. It's really worth giving it a listen. Like, subscribe, and share, and all that fun stuff. And talk to you guys later. See you.